What did civilians eat when food was unaffordable? Imagine living in a time when your grocery bill jumps from a few dollars to hundreds in just a few years. During the Civil War, especially in the South, this was a reality for many families. Food shortages hit hard as farms were destroyed, crops were taken by armies, and blockades cut off supplies. A family that used to spend about $6.65 a month on food before the war might have faced bills of $400 a month by 1864. That's a huge jump caused by inflation and scarcity. With staples like flour, meat, and vegetables becoming rare or too expensive, civilians had to get creative. Some resorted to eating animals they normally wouldn't consider as food. Cats and dogs, which were usually pets, became sources of meat for desperate families. Wild animals like rabbits and snakes were hunted for food. People even ate frogs, locusts, crows, and snails when nothing else was available. Vegetables were hard to find because crops were destroyed or taken by armies, so fresh produce was almost non-existent. The Confederate government tried to help by using a system called the tax in kind. This meant farmers had to give part of their crops to the government to feed soldiers and civilians. But the military always got priority, leaving many families hungry or malnourished. Some local farmers did share food with neighbors, but overall, aid was limited and often not enough to meet everyone's needs. In Union states, shortages were less severe, but rationing was still common. Soldiers ate hardtack, a very hard biscuit that could last a long time, along with salted or dried meat. They also ate foods made from cornmeal, like what was called Johnny cake. Civilians in areas where armies moved through faced destruction and had to rely on whatever food they could find or barter for. So, when food was hard to come by and unaffordable, civilians survived on a mix of wild game, unusual animals, and whatever small supplies they could scavenge. Government efforts to help were limited by war priorities and economic collapse. It was a tough time, but people found ways to keep going, even if their diets looked very different from what they were used to.